Hi, everybody. Welcome. I'm assuming you're there. There you are. Hi. May May. Hi, Birgit. Mika's Comfort. Hi. CJ. Welcome. Salut, Fanny. Ciao, Sylvia. Bonjour, Julia. Hey, Phoebe. Ciao, Manuela. Okay, everybody is coming in now. Hi, Anna. Hi, Angela. Hi, everybody. I'll get started. I know I started a little bit late. I apologize right away. I have a cold. I'm hopefully on the end of it. I brought it back from London with me. Thankfully, it wasn't COVID, but every once in a while I get a coughing spell and I can't stop. So I hope that doesn't happen now. But anyway, we're going to forge ahead and, oh dear, and hope that doesn't happen. We'll see how it goes. Hi, Becca. Hi, Sabina. Oh, CJ has a bad cold too. Yeah, I mean, with all the I haven't been very many places in the last 3 years, so my immune system's probably open to anything. And I was just worried it was COVID, but I've tested 3 times since I've been home and it's not COVID. It's just some kind of head cold virus, something. So I think I'm good. I'm glad it's not COVID for you either, CJ. So yeah, it's miserable. So I just can't laugh. I won't laugh because that'll start me coughing. This is the Mika Fan Club Instagram Live. If you have not joined us before, I usually do this on Wednesdays, but it's been a few weeks since I've done one, and there's lots of things going on that I wanted to jump on here and have a get together and talk about some of these things with you all while they're fresh, while they're happening, and didn't want to let them go. We're not going to talk a lot about the London gig. I know a lot of you probably want to. It's been a week and a day since then, and then there have been several festivals since then. Karen is going to host a Zoom for us on Thursday, and we can talk properly about the gigs there. This particular hour I wanted to devote to some of the things that have been going on, some things that have been on my mind for a while, some things that a lot of you have been talking about, maybe not talking to me directly about it, but it's been circulating, and people have shown me some of your comments, and I've seen some of the comments as I've been reading, browsing the social media. So anyway, I wanted to talk about some of that. May May says she got sick after the Roundhouse gig. Yeah, there must have been a lot of germs in there, and we were all pressed together in a closed space. So I think, it was inevitable. And plus, a plane ride and riding the tube and everything else. There were a lot of germs out there. Ciao, Elena. Hi, James. Ciao, Gabriella. Salut, Fanny. Fanny has a cold as well. Oh, dear. Ciao, Bia. Yeah, I know. What can you do? It's, bound to happen. So I've been lucky. Like I said, it wasn't COVID. I really had a great time in London. All of you that I got to see there. We had a wonderful Mika Fan Club party on the Saturday before Mika's gig at the Roundhouse. We, about 80 of us, gathered at a pub in Primrose Hill, and we had just a really great time singing and dancing and having a wonderful cake that a fan named Emily brought and made and put together there on the spot. It was just gorgeous, and you can see the pictures on the Instagram feed here or on MikaFanClub.com. And yeah, so thank you all for participating in that party. It was a great time. And I hope you who were there had a good time too. Of course, Sunday was Mika's gig at the Roundhouse, which was amazing. It was one of the best gigs I've been to for a long, long time, and I really enjoyed it. And really enjoyed being in London again. So yeah, but like I said, I don't want to spend a lot of time recapping that. We can talk more about that on Thursday when we do our Zoom. If you'd like to join, we'll post the link for the Zoom earlier in the day, and you can talk to your heart's content there. Somebody, QVic, says, I recognize you. I saw you at the Roundhouse last Sunday. Yeah, I was there, thankfully. I was amongst the couple thousand people that had gathered there. It was great. Hope you enjoyed it as well. Oh dear, Anna Julia says she got coronavirus after the concert. Yikes. I hope it wasn't too bad. I hope you're feeling better now. So what I really wanted to talk about today was some of the things that are sort of happening around some of these gigs. Some things started to happen before London, and they have started to carry over into other festivals that have been happening. And so I made notes because I wanted to try to address everything. And if you guys have any comments or anything, please feel free. I'll try to keep up with your comments as I'm reading along from my notes here. First of all, a lot of you have written about about queuing it for the gigs. Obviously, a lot of these gigs have just standing. Especially at the festivals, obviously they're almost all standing, right? But like the Roundhouse had some seated area, but most of the people were standing in the pit on the ground there. And a lot of people like to queue early to make sure that they have a good chance of getting near the front to see the concert from the front row. I'm like that because I'm short. I don't like to get stuck in the back and have tall people in front of me and I can't see anything. So, you tend to get there early. A lot of people have, over the years, adopted a numbering system where people, as you arrive to the queue, you're given a number, it's written on your hand, and that just keeps the queue kind of organized so that if you have to go to the loo or you have to go get a bite to eat and step out of the queue for a short time, you can get back into the queue in your same place. And it's just kind of a respect thing. It's people say, I acknowledge you were here before me, you were standing in front of me. And it just helps keep things organized and allows for an orderly entrance to the gig. I have to say that the Roundhouse had one of the most organized entries that I have ever seen ever. I mean, they only let us in one at a time, at least at the beginning. They did a bag check and then they wanded us for security, and you could not go through until the person in front of you was done. So it was very organized. And the Roundhouse staff, in fact, even suggested that we use the numbering system. They said, get a marker and mark your number in your hand so you can remember where you were in the queue. This is not something that the Mika fan club originated or created. It's been used at gigs. I'm old, and it's been used at gigs for a long, long time. And a lot of fans do camp out in advance to see their favorite celebrity or singer, like Billie Eilish or Harry Styles. I know that fans wait for a day or more to be near the front of the stage. So Some people seemed to have an issue with the numbering system, or at least couldn't understand why. Personally, I don't go to that many Mika gigs, especially not in Europe, so I don't know how it's been done or how long it's been done there, but I know that they've been doing it for years for Mika gigs, and I certainly don't have any control over organizing it. I mean, the fans, you either agree to it or not, right? And a lot of the fans can see the value in it, and they participate in that. So I don't understand people who have an issue with that. It's just an organization thing. For people who don't want to take a chance, who want to be sure that they get near the front. So that's one of the things that people have been writing to me about, questioning the numbering system, where it came from, and is it an MFC thing? It's not. It's just a kind of fan thing. So, and like I said, even the staff at the Roundhouse suggested that we do it. And I think some other of the festivals probably have suggested that over the years too. So anyway, that's what the numbering system is. And that's the first thing I wanted to talk about. CJ says, shout out to the person who camped out at 1 a.m. Yeah, there was a fan who had been waiting at the Roundhouse since, I think she said it was like 23 hours or something. That's a little excessive, and I don't recommend that, especially because the Roundhouse wasn't the greatest neighborhood. But I think that, that was extreme. And I certainly, like I said, would not suggest that at all. And Mika, even when he learned about it, he said, that was crazy. He appreciated the dedication, but that it was a little bit extreme to wait that long overnight like that. Let's see. Becca says she understands about the numbering, but it doesn't need to be so strict. Yeah, I don't know that it's strict. I don't know. I mean, I know people were talking about somebody who had been there and had gotten a number and then left to go back, and then she was removed from the list. That was a person who had gone back to her room to sleep for a couple of hours, and that's not exactly what the numbering system is for, and she understood that. When she came back and was given a different number, she was fine with it. So I don't know, where the problem came from there. I think that was a miscommunication, but the person who, the idea is that you're going to go to the bathroom and come back into the queue, or you're going to go get a sandwich and come back to the queue. Not that you're going to get a number and leave and go sightseeing for 5 or 6 hours and then come back, or longer, and then come back to the queue. It's just to sort of hold your place while you go, because if you're going to be there for 6, 7, 8 hours or longer, you're going to need to go to the bathroom or get a bite to eat. So yeah. Let's see here. Yeah, it is the fans' choice if they want to take part. It just keeps the queue organized. That's my take on it anyway. So let's see here. Somebody says, can you ask Mika to start the gig on time in the future? I wish I had the power to make Mika be on time, and I think his managers probably feel that way too. But things happen, and things run late, and I don't think there's any way to change that. So anyway, that is the one thing that people have been writing to me about for the queue. The other issue is a little more serious in that it's a security issue. At Nîmes, apparently there were some problems with the queue where it had 3 or 4 lines of fans, and then security narrowed it down to just a couple lines, so people were losing their places, and people who thought they were going to be near the front were pushed further back. And I heard some reports that it got kind of violent, and then I heard other reports saying no, it didn't, it wasn't that bad. So I wasn't there, and I don't know what to believe. And obviously it's not my job to police every queue at every gig. That's what security is paid to do. That's what they're there for. So if there were issues like that, people there on the spot should have reported it to security so that they could address it. A lot of people are saying it was Mika fan club members who were doing this. Again, I wasn't there, so I can't say for sure. But I know that there are a lot of people who think that people are Mika fan club members that aren't. I mean, not every Mika fan is officially or unofficially a part of the fan club. So I don't know what to say about that. I'm not, like I said, I'm not a policeman. I'm not your mother. How things happen at a queue, at a gig, are really the responsibility of the security people working at the venue. Those are the people that are in charge. And I can't be responsible for every individual in the so-called fan club. How they behave is up to them. How you behave is up to you. I would like you all to, treat others with respect and not be violent. And I think that we all would like to have mutual respect. And I think tempers can get hot if you've been standing in a queue for a while. Okay, so Lola Emma Cerise says there was someone fighting at Nîmes. Okay, like I said, security should have been made aware of that. If you feel it was somebody that was part of the fan club, somebody that I know, for example, then you could write to me, and if it is indeed somebody that I know, then I can maybe speak to them and try to find out what happened. But if I don't know about it, I can't do anything about it. And if I'm not there, I probably don't know anything about it unless somebody tells me. And writing it on your personal account and not tagging me, I don't see it unless somebody sends it to me, or I just happen across it as I'm looking through social media. So if you feel like there's an issue that I might be able to help with, then yeah, please write to me. But I don't know about it unless people tell me about it. Okay, so Lola says that it was scary there at Nîmes, but nobody was hurt, and the security was on top of it. So, yeah. Let's see here. Bia says Disneyland's organization was much worse. Yeah, again, I wasn't there, so I can't speak to that. I don't know. Unless people tell me, I don't know what happened there. So that makes it hard. Annie says she can't imagine Mika fan club members being involved. It's, everybody's got a breaking point, and it could happen. And we would hope that as a fan club member, you're trying to represent the fan club as well. But people are people, and they do what they want to do. I can't control what everybody does. So, yes, as Phoebe says, if it's hot weather and there's long hours, tensions do run high, and I can understand something happening like that. There's no excuse for violence ever. I would never condone that, and I don't tolerate it, but if I don't know about it, I can't. If I'm not there, I can't do anything about it, and if I don't know about it, I can't do anything about it. So talking around around me or talking about me is different than talking to me. So if you, and I don't think I'm a threatening person. I don't think I'm mean in any in any way. I don't think I'm unreasonable in any way. So I think that you could just always talk to me if there is something going on that you think I could help with. Please, just come to me. So, yes, Bex asks, are we talking about Nîmes? Yeah, Nîmes. We are talking about Nîmes, yes. And also Disneyland Paris. And some of the other festivals as well. So let's see here. I think, those are the main. Well, also at Nîmes, another incident came up. I was told about a underage person was apparently being harassed, sexually harassed by another person in the queue who was significantly older. Again, that is an issue for security to deal with, and I believe they did talk to security and that person was dealt with. People have said that was a Mika fan club member. If it is, it's not a name that I recognize as a Mika fan club. I mean, they did tell me about this person. I don't recognize that person as an active Mika fan club member. So I can't say for sure. I've never met the person, so I don't know. I think those people handled the situation correctly. If anybody is giving you a hard time, whether it's, making unwanted sexual comments to you or any kind of comments to you, security is there for a reason. If it goes further than that, then you need to talk to the police, the real police. And those are the people that could be, the most help on the scene like that. Let's see here. Jay says she apparently showed people videos of her with Mika on stage in 2010 and claimed the MFC title. Yeah, I can't, like I said, I can't, I don't know who the person is, and I can't, I don't know her. So I can't say. But also, yeah, I can't. Unfortunately, the fan club is not, we don't have a paid membership, right? So lots of people can buy the Mika fan club. I try to control it as much as I can, but people can buy a Mika fan club button, or they can steal the Mika fan club logo and put it on a t-shirt or on a card or on something and say that they're a Mika fan club member, when maybe they're really not. They may be a Mika fan, but they aren't like part of the fan club that we try to create. So yeah, it's easy for almost anybody to say they are Mika fan club, and I know people have who try to represent themselves as Mika fan club, and they're not anybody that I even know, or I haven't met them, but I also don't even know who they are. I've never heard of them. So excuse me. So yeah, it's an issue, and I'm sorry about that. I'm open to ideas as to how to better control it, but I short of having like a paid fan club, I don't know how we control it any better. So yeah, let's see. Yes, Anna, Mike, I have a cold. I'm sorry. And Jay also says, if they are handing out numbers and they say they're the Mika fan club, you have MFC. People can throw around those 3 letters, MFC, and they may not really be. And that's unfortunate. And I will go a step further and say that just because somebody belongs to the Mika fan club doesn't mean that they're a good person either. I mean, I don't interview every single person to see if they pass my standards, and nobody has to take an oath or a pledge or anything if they join the fan club, if they want to be part of the fan club. So it's kind of a hard thing to control. So anyway, I did want to mention about the security issue, though, because it's obviously something that I can't deal with remotely. It's got to be dealt with on the spot. I'll give you another really good example. During the Roundhouse gig, actually in between the DJ set and when Mika came on stage, I got a message from someone who was stuck in the middle. I was in the front, but someone who was stuck in the middle of the floor. And she said, I'm standing near somebody who is sexually assaulting. I imagine he was grabbing or groping, young women around him. And she said, I'm stuck in a spot where I can't get security's attention. Can you help me? And because I was in the front, I was able to get security's attention, and she described what the fellow was wearing and what he looked like, and security was able to find him and take care of the situation. And that was actually a good thing. I mean, I was glad that she was able to contact me and we could take care of that problem. But really, security is the person or the group that you need to contact in a situation like that. They have much more authority than I do. And, I think it's important to be aware that just because you are at a concert and you think it might be a relatively safe space, bad things can still happen, and you need to be alert and be aware of your surroundings and the people around you. So, yeah. Mei says, security and police, of course, there for a reason, but if something they couldn't really help, we should still do something to improve that. Don't you think so? Yes, absolutely. And I think that by and large, Mika fan club members will, if they can help another fan, they will. And not just other Mika fan club members, but Mika fans in general. I know if I can, I will help any Mika fan. You don't have to be so-called Mika fan club. You don't have to meet any certain criteria except being a Mika fan. If I can help you in any situation, I will, if I can. I have tried in the past to get people a chance to meet Mika, or get them a chance to get a message to him, a letter or something like that. If I can help, I will. So, yes, I think if we can help make the situation better, we should. And I am open to ideas that anybody out there might have, suggestions of what we might do to make things better. I'm not an authoritarian, and I am not a, what's the right word? I'm not a dictator. At least I try not to be. So, if you have any ideas about what you think will make things better and I can help, I do have a contact with Mika's team, and I can certainly talk to them and see if there's anything that we can do. I'm sorry if I'm rambling. It's just, I think I'm on cold medication, so I'm trying not to ramble. Sorry. Let's see. Yes, Joe says the only thing I could do is ban the person from the fan club, but you can't ban somebody from a venue. Or right, that's exactly right. My power, such as it is, starts and ends with the Mika Fan Club accounts that I control. It's with the Mika Fan Club forum on, mikafanclub.com, and with my social media accounts. That's where my power starts and ends. I can ban you from the forum. I can block you from the accounts, but I can't do anything else. I can't keep you from going to a Mika gig. So yeah, that's the, let's see. Oh, I did want to also say, I know I'm doing this all in English, but I am going to ask some fans who are multilingual to translate some of the key points of what we talk about here into other languages, and then I will post them so that other people can be aware. And I know there may be a reluctance to write to me if English isn't your language, but I do know how to use Google Translate, and I do have many other fans who can help me translate whatever you say. So if you write to me in French or Italian or Spanish or, whatever other language you might have, sorry, then we will, translate it. So please don't let that stop you from contacting me. And if you feel like I'm too old and you don't want to talk to me because I'm like your mother or your grandmother or something, and you have a younger fan friend that you can talk to, you could do that, and maybe they will then talk to me. So please don't be reluctant to approach me or somebody else if you have an issue like a security issue that you think we might be able to help with. Let's see here. How do you join the fan club? That's the thing. It's anybody pretty much can join. It's basically go over to mikafanclub.com and register an account. It's free. And then you can participate in the discussions over on the forum there. And when we have ticket giveaways or merch giveaways, you're eligible. And that's pretty much all you have to do. Excuse me. That is how you join the fan club. Let's see what else. Okay, I'm missing some of your contest. Is it true that fans have been blacklisted from concerts before? Like those crazy people who used to harass MFCers back in 2013. Blacklisted from concerts? You mean prevented from going to a Mika concert? I'm not aware of that. Is that a story that's going around? I am not aware of that. I have never heard about that. There were some fans who Mika actually blocked because they were harassing not just Mika fan club members, but lots of Mika fans, and just generally not being very nice to people. And so Mika actually blocked them and made a statement. In fact, I'm going to republish that statement that he made against bullying and harassing other fans. But I don't know anybody who was, if that happened, I don't know about it. I don't know anybody who was ever prevented from going to a concert. I don't know what else to say. I just, if it happened, I don't know about it. Okay, let's see. What else did I want to make sure to talk to you about? Okay, so that sort of segues into the other thing I wanted to talk about, which was the idea of bullying and harassment. I think some people have told me that they've seen some of that in the queue. And also on social media. And I don't tolerate bullying of any kind. And believe me, I get plenty bullied on social media. I get people harassing me a lot. And it's not nice. And I know Mika gets it too, and Mika's team gets it too. They get bullied, they get harassed, just like some of you might, some fans might feel like they're bullied and harassed. And so, yeah, I mean, it would be nice if we could all be nicer to each other. But obviously that doesn't happen. There's always somebody that feels like they can tell you what to do, tell you how to do it, and tell you in very forceful, repeated ways, and tell you what to do and how to do it. So that's kind of a difficult situation to deal with. If you feel like you're being bullied on social media by a Mika fan, as I said, Mika made a statement several years ago saying how anybody who bullies other fans is no fan of his. And we feel the same way. If you are attempting to harass somebody or bully someone, please don't call yourself a Mika fan club member, because that's not the way we do things. That's not how we treat each other. Yes, and Fanny says, it's not a war. This is not an us versus them thing. So for one group of fans to bully another group of fans, or a fan to bully another fan, it doesn't make sense. Let's see here. Can we talk about yesterday? What was yesterday? The festival in Belgium? Well, let me get through the rest of my list, and then we'll see. Yeah, am I sounding really bad? I'm sorry. Can you choose a Mika fan from each country to transfer messages, fans, or gift or something, please? Yasmin, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. Can you choose a fan from each country to transfer messages? Could you write to me? Could you write to me privately about that, Yasmin? Because I'm not sure what you're asking. So if you write to me privately, we can maybe go back and forth a little bit, and you can explain better what you want. Let's see what else here. Will I be at Carcassonne? No, I will not. I will not see Mika again until Rome in October, if I go. That's still kind of up in the air. Jay says the Mika statement from 2014 doesn't have any impact anymore on people. Well, that's a shame, because I think he probably still feels that way. Excuse me. So, and yes, I mean, obviously people will distort things to suit their purpose. People do that all the time, don't they? I mean, so that's kind of hard, but I mean, I guess it's like the best that I've got. I think that I know that he still feels that way. So I don't know. Let's see. I'm still looking through your comments here. I'm trying to catch up. I'm sorry. Did I take some supplements? I took some cold medication, and I've been taking vitamin D and multivitamin and stuff like that. So yes, I'm actually better than I was yesterday. So I think I'm getting better anyway. Okay, I am still scrolling through all of your comments, and no, believe me, Mika would not tolerate bullying. He still feels very strongly about it, and I'm sorry to hear that his statement, even though I guess because it's too old, is that why it's not doesn't have any impact? Okay, let's see here. Deb, tell us how fantastic you found the London gig. I did find it very fantastic, but this is really important, and I wanted to address all of these things. So let's see. I'm getting sidetracked. I wanted to just kind of recap and sort of let you all know that you all have the power. If someone is bullying or harassing you, as hard as it may be, the best thing for you to do, if someone is bullying or harassing you online on a social media account, is to report them. If it's Twitter or if it's Instagram, report them and block them. You don't have to tolerate that. You don't have to put up with the harassment. If it goes further than that, if you feel like it's physical violence or they're somehow they find out where you live or something personal about you, then you need to go to the authorities. You need to talk to the police or at least an adult. If you're underage, talk to your parent, talk to a teacher, talk to an adult who can help you. But the police are the ones if it's getting really serious, if there's physical violence threatened. And I think if you feel like it's something that I need to know about, take a couple screenshots and send them to me, because then we have evidence that we can, use, because we need to have proof, because sometimes, I hate to say it, but sometimes people make things up and try to get other people in trouble. And so if we have some proof, then we can work with that. So you really have the power if you're being bullied or harassed. The best thing to do is to report and block them. I talk to you a lot about when there's a fake account or fake Facebook account or people pretending to be Mika. But you need to be aware that there are also predators out there looking to take advantage of you, not just monetarily, but in other ways. So you need to be aware. And, we had an incident. Well, a couple of our fans over the last couple of months have had their accounts hacked. And that's really unfortunate, and because there's very little they can do to recover their accounts now. So I would say, change your passwords every couple of months or so that you can try to stay ahead of the hackers. So you just really need to be aware, and you need to be strong for yourself, and be aware of the bad things that can happen, because the internet can be a lot of fun, but it can also be a dangerous place. So looking at let's see. People harassing Mika after Neem too. Yeah, there were people who, there's always, well, maybe not always, but it happens a lot that there are people who don't respect boundaries, and they cross the line. And it's you can't prevent everything. You just have to be aware. You just have to be alert. So I have been talking about more serious things. This is not a typical, Instagram live that we do where we're talking about fun and our experiences with Mika and all. This is more serious stuff. And I would have done this sooner, but I was away over the weekend and sick. I'm still sick, but at least I'm back now. So, as I said, we will do a Zoom on Thursday that I hope will be more fun. We'll talk about London, and we'll talk about, how many gigs have there been since London? There was Nîmes, and there was, I can't even remember anymore, Albi, and yesterday in Belgium. So there have been quite a few already in the last week. He's been very busy, and we'll talk about that on the Zoom on Thursday. So yeah, I think I have maybe another 10 minutes or so before the hour's up, but I don't know if my voice is going to last that long. So I'm just going to take a quick look through some of your comments. And I appreciate you all commenting, because it's important to, like I said, talk to me. When you talk about me, I might not see it. But if you talk right to me, I can't avoid it, can I? So, let's see here. Taryn Musician says, thank you for sharing my Mika cover on the fan club page. It's nice that you support artists that are inspired by Mika. Yeah, I try to remember that this account, while we're here to promote Mika, is also here for the fans. And it's really about the fans, about Mika fans. As many of us have said over the years, we joined the Mika fan club family because of Mika, and we stayed because of the friendships that we make. And I try to remember that and try to spotlight the amazing artists, both visual artists and performing artists that we have. We have a lot of amazing musicians and a lot of amazing artists, excuse me, in the fandom. And so I do try to spotlight those when I can. Let's see here. Ciao, Deb. Non posso seguire adesso, ma... Okay. It's late. Yeah. I do need some cough drops. I did take cold medicine, but I think it's wearing off. Yes, Isa, I did catch the cold in London. Because I started feeling sick on Tuesday night, and started coughing pretty bad on Wednesday on the flight coming home. And I'm sure people around me were not happy, but I was masked. So, let's see here. I can't imagine bullying amongst the fans. Everyone I've met has been so chill. Well, Becca 16, Becca 18. Yeah, unfortunately it does happen. So, it's not great, but Jay says, a little old and referring to a specific situation, a refresher would be great. Do you mean about Mika's comments? Is that what you mean? Yeah, well, I don't know. Chances, excuse me, chances of getting that are difficult. He's so busy right now. Jord X. Matthews says, as someone quite new, it's wonderful to see how much everyone does look out for each other and support each other. I like to think anyway, that the overwhelming majority of the people who say that they are Mika fan club members are pretty good to other Mika fans. I'm not saying everybody is perfect. I'm not saying that everything is always, rainbows and perfectly wonderful. But I think that the overwhelming majority of this group is are good people. But yeah, you can always, and on top of it all, everybody has a bad day. So you could run across somebody who's perfectly nice one day and perfectly awful the next. So let's see. This is Qvik found Mika after Eurovision. That's great. Yeah. Well, there's always drama, unfortunately, but sometimes the drama is higher than other times. Let's see here. Anna Mike says, I think we should just need to stay aware of each other and how others are treated so that we can report it. Yes, and I think if everybody would just remember to give everybody the same respect that they would like for themselves, I think obviously that's my life philosophy. I think the world would be a better place. But if someone's being bullied and needs somebody to talk to, you can talk to me. Oh, that Mickey says that. That's a nice offer. Let's see here. Okay. I'm glad that your first Mika experience was so wonderful, Qvik. Mika is amazing live, and I'm glad you got to see the Roundhouse show because it was a really good show, really, really good. So, excuse me, sorry. Why does Mika do festivals? I think he likes to do them, and I think it gets him around to places that he might not be able to do a proper concert in. So I think that's why. And, it's exposure, right? Okay, well, I think I'm running toward the end of my hour. I know my voice is running out, and I'm going to have a full-on coughing jag sooner or later. But before I let you all go, I just wanted to close with a couple of things. If someone sends you a DM, somebody that you don't know, and they're saying something to you you don't want to hear, block them and report them. That is the best thing to do. If you need to go to the police, you shouldn't hesitate. I know there was an incident last week, and I think the girl was afraid to go to the police. But I think that if it's serious enough, you have to. You have to. We need to stand up for ourselves in these cases where we are being harassed. So just to recap, first line of defense, if you're at a gig, security. Secondly, the police. And then finally, me if you think that it's a Mika fan club issue. But remember that really the only thing I can do is limited. I also wanted to just give you a final reminder. I saw Becca or somebody saying here that Mika is a human being. Celebrities are a human being, and human beings, and that is absolutely true. They have feelings, and they're not on 24/7. When they give you a concert, that's really all they owe you. That ticket that you bought only gets you that concert. They don't owe you a lot of other stuff, right? And so they are just people. And likewise, the people that help me run Mika Fan Club, we are all just people. And we have feelings. And we are not on 24/7. And we are not paid. I think some of you might think that we are, but we're not. We're not paid staff or anything. We do what we do on our own time and often at our own expense. And we have... we get sick and we have family obligations and we have work obligations and other non-Mika demands on our time. And so we can't always be here we try to know everything that's going on with all of the fans, but we're not perfect, and we don't always see everything or hear about everything. And we don't necessarily even hear it in a timely way. We may hear about it a week later or 2 weeks later. And if no one tells us about it, then we never hear about it. It just goes away, and we don't even know that it happened because we don't live here. We don't live on Instagram or on MikaFanClub.com. So we're like I said, we're not paid staff. We'd like to be, but we're not. And so, excuse me. Anyhow, I am losing it. Anyway, I do try, and I really do want to help all the Mika fans that I can, whether they are so-called Mika Fan Club members or not. And if I can help you, I will. So you shouldn't ever feel reluctant to reach out to me or to one of the other Mika Fan Club moderating team. Erico, who handles our Twitter account, for the most part, she is online a lot, but you could reach out to her on Twitter, or to me, or to Karen, or to the other moderators on Mika Fan Club. But sorry. Anyway, I think that's all that I wanted to address. I covered all of my notes. If I have raised any questions that you don't understand, please write to me here or on MikaFanClub.com, where I am DC Deb. And what else did I want to say? Like I said, I will try to recap some of the main points of this in a couple different languages, so that, and then post it on our social media, so that anybody who missed this will be aware that we've been talking about it. So yeah, I think that's all I wanted to say anyhow. Like I said, if you have any other questions, please drop me a line, and I'll try to answer. And for now, I think I am going to go take some more cold medicine and lay down for a little bit. So yeah. Yeah, let's see here. I'm just looking at the last few comments before I say goodbye for now. Okay. Yeah, so watch for our Thursday Zoom. I'll post the link on our social media, and it will also be on MikaFanClub.com. And next week, I hope I'll be over all of this, and we'll do a proper Instagram Live. So until then, take care, stay safe, and stay healthy. Not like me. I'll talk to you. Excuse me. I'll talk to you. All right, I'll talk to you next week. Bye-bye. See you next time. Bye. Oh, man.